Everyone, day 936, walking 5 miles per day every single day at age 67 and a half. ADHD sucks. Y'all have a great day. No, kidding. I don't know why I did that. After getting ripped apart for my video yesterday on TikTok, I've got to laugh. I've just got to enjoy this more. So, when I was born in 1958, yes, I'm older than dirt. I get it. There was no term ADHD. There was nothing for it. I was always labeled a hyperactive child. And just guess, I would like for you to guess what I always got in trouble for. Guess. Yep, talking. The one thing I always got in trouble for in school. The one thing I always got in trouble for with my parents. The one thing that I got spanked for in school, spanked for my parents, you name it. It's the one thing I always got in trouble for, was talking. Imagine that. Now, ADHD is insidious, but I've embraced it so long ago that it's just who I am. Let me give you a day in the life of a person who I've always quipped is ADD squared. A day in the life of. You try to go to sleep at night, and it takes 2 hours to go to sleep. Turn the brain off. Or you're dead to the world. You go to you hit the bed, you hit the rack. You're dead to the world. You sleep for 3 hours. You have to get up because as you get older, you do that, and then you roll around for 3 hours, an hour before the alarm goes off. That's my life. Another case in point with ADHD. This one's gonna sting on my part. It's gonna probably make you think a lot less of me, but I'm not sure that many of you think much of me anyway. So here it goes. I lost count. I lost count at about 120 years ago. Jobs. Yep. I've never said that publicly. I've said it to a couple of friends, but I've never said that to hundreds and hundreds of people now that are viewing all my formats every day. Those who are friends who know me will be shaking their head. Yeah, buddy, he can get a job. And that's what my wife has always said. He can get a job. The problem's just holding on to it. Yeah, well, I beat myself up about it for forever. I mean, I've changed jobs twice this year. It's why my wife and I are separated. We separated 8 years ago. It's complicated. We date. Everything's as good as it can be. We just can't live in the same house. Very, very complicated. It's really no need to go into it any more than that. But to tell you the type of woman she is, we met in 1976, married in 1979, and been together while separated for the last 8, still together ever since. And I've often asked her, why do you stick around? I mean, there are lots of guys out there that would, have provided for her a more consistent, stable life. The life that she was probably looking for 46 years ago. Or, she's had friends. I know one in particular, not real fond of this person, by the way, who told her point blank, why in the world do you stay with that guy? Here was her response. Ladies, are you ready for this one? Her response was, I made a vow before God in 1976, and I'm going to stay true to it. Boom! Yes, I'm very lucky. Yes, it's difficult, but yes, we're fighting to keep it going. So that is some behind the scenes baseball that I've never said publicly before, because this walking is so much more than losing weight. It's about changing behaviors. And the job changes this year they were warranted. She fully agrees with it. And the one I've got now is absolutely perfect for my personality. It's perfect for our income needs. And it's perfect for allowing me to do this every single day. I've got the freedom and the flexibility to do whatever I want. I can make as much money as I want. I can work when I want. It's perfect. So, why the discussion on ADD? Because there are gazillions of people out there who are living a life very, very similar to mine, probably in shame, probably divorced multiple times, probably depression, been there, done that. All the adjectives that can describe the life of a person who's ADHD. But here's the good news. If you can do something, walk every day, and get that endorphin dopamine hit every day, it will definitely help. I've never been on Ritalin, and I never will be. I'm not a person who wants to be medicated. The doctor this week told me, you were probably going to have to put you on blood thinners. I said, is there any other option? She said, yep, baby aspirin. I said, done. I do not want to be on prescription drugs. I just don't. I think we're an over-medicated society. I've said it before. Do I need blood thinners? Maybe. I'm going to have an echocardiogram in 2 weeks. Then we'll know. Okay, I've said enough about my thing this week. Back to ADHD. You see where the ADHD comes from? I'm all over the place. Always have been. The reason ADHD came up this week is because for the last 2 weeks in my job, I've been distracted. 2 weeks ago, I was distracted by Charlie Kirk. I didn't work for 3 days because of it. I was numb. And I was okay with that because I knew I could make it up. The beauty of the job is, the people that I go cold call today, 8 times out of 10 don't buy today, but you keep working them and they do buy. It's just the way it is. So I've got enough people in the pipeline. I'm good. And I felt okay. I told the wife, she's the type's not ever going to say, you idiot, get back to work. That's not her. And then this week we had the health. Okay. So basically I've gone 1 week without any pay at all. And the second week is going to be very, very small compared to what I made 3 weeks ago, which was enough for a whole month. Why do I tell you all this? Because when you're ADHD and your mind starts to wander, when you're sitting at home, naturally feeling bad because a human being was murdered, the last thing I should have done was sit at home and wallow in it. I should have got out there and kept working. If nothing else, just gone through the motions, for crying out loud, instead of sitting there being absorbed and absorbed and absorbed and doing nothing. And nothing builds upon nothing. It does. If you're productive, productivity builds on top of each other. It compounds. Conversely, if you just sit around and wallow in it, that is what you're going to get consistently. So this week, I get a call from a friend I haven't talked to in a couple of years. Ball of fire friend. And she wants me. She used all the right techniques. And she wants me to help her start a new company. She hit all the ego buttons. You're the only person on the planet that can help me. You're the best salesman I've ever seen in my life. Just boom, ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. And I took the bait to a certain point. So I had a conversation. We met with my daughter and grandkids last night. I had a brief conversation with my wife about it, and she said, you do what you want. She said, but you're pushing yourself pretty thin right now. How are you going to do that? And I said, well, it's not anything that I wanted to do full time. I just wanted to maybe consult with her, help her get it going, point her in the right direction on a few things, that kind of thing. But she knows me. My wife knows me really, really well. And she knows that ADHD people, when you're doing A and then B comes along and looks like it could possibly be a little bit better, what happens to A? A goes by the wayside. She knows it. I know it. And you start mentally checking out. And when you mentally check out, you start sitting at home, wallowing in it. Now, that's not what was happening, because she hadn't called when Charlie Kirk, my friend had not called when Charlie Kirk had died. But the pattern was laid for me to continue that pattern and do nothing this coming week. You see? So I made the decision overnight to call my friend this weekend and politely beg off. I'm going to give her some leads, some things that I know about the business, point her in the right direction, then I'm out. Because my focus should be on immediate income with this unbelievable ice cream opportunity. They love me. I can do whatever I want. It's perfect for me. And talking to y'all every single day on this camera. I just heard a quote on the audiobook that I'm listening to, God's Best Kept Secret. I'm going to research it and write it down. I'm going to share it with you tomorrow. Absolutely unbelievable quote. So for all you folks out there with ADHD, you have a friend. You've got a friend. Okay, I'll never sing again. You've got a friend, and the comment section is always open. And if it gets to the point where you want to take it beyond, where it can't be seen publicly, we can work out some sort of DM. I hope y'all have a fantastic day. I'm gonna put, oh, by the way, I'm doing 7 miles today to make up for what I missed Tuesday. Part of what I missed Tuesday. And I'm gonna do 7 tomorrow. And then I'll have to do at least one extra one day next week to get my back up to my 5-mile average. Y'all have a fantastic day. I hope God blesses you today, and Godspeed. Peace.